Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to try to work on finding or describing a distance. Here we're talking mostly about circles. Well, really just specifically about circles because that's where we're at in our unit. Now, you want to find the distance a monster truck travels when the tires make one 360-degree rotation. So it's not asking you to actually find how far it goes. It's just asking you which one is going to best describe it. So let's look at each term. The idea of radius of a tire. Well, the radius of a tire means you're going to go all the way around. There's our circle. Then you're going to go to the middle, and you're going to draw a line. So is radius the best way to describe it? Well, let's draw this circle to the best of my ability down here. What it's saying is this the best measure? Yeah, well, I mean, that tells us how far along it goes. If we are using a compass, that the radius is how far we can actually use to create the circle. But does it tell us how far we travel? Well, let's look at it. Let's think about it this way. How far we travel is, let's say we're going to start right here. We hit our finish, or we hit our start line. Gun goes off. We start our race. We go all the way around. Just trying to make a better circle, sorry. And we end right where we start. That's the idea of how far you travel, correct? And then you'd be able to measure the distance or know how far it was. Does a radius help us do that? No. A radius really just says we're going to take a compass and we're going to put one point here, another point here, and then it's going to create our circle, and it would look a lot better than this, but it doesn't tell us how far we get. As a matter of fact, it's the runner itself. The question is, how far does it travel? So if you're the one building the track is what you're going to have to figure out, which one best describes it. In this case, how far does a tire go around in 360 degrees? Again, the 360 degrees was this, going around. So radius doesn't work. Diameter. Okay, well, if we can start at the start line, go through that middle point and go here. So this is our diameter. D. Now, does it best describe the distance? I'd say it describes the distance between one point in the circle to its opposite point through the center, or it helps us also describe the longest distance from one side of the circle to the other, because that's what a diameter is a measure of the longest distance. But I don't see how it's going to tell us how far it's going to go around, so it's not diameter. That's through. So this is create. This is through. Diameter. Circumference. Okay, the circumference of the tire. So circumference says the measure of the outside of a circle. So that means I'm going to start at some point, and I'm going to go around with a measuring tape, and I'm going to end where I started, and I'm going to tell you what that measurement is. Huh. Boy, that sure sounds a lot like what we're talking about. So let's think about this again. So distance is, I start here, I go here, and I find out how much is in between. Is there any way to go from a circle to a line? Well, actually, we can go straight to it. If we cut right there at our starting line, we take our starting line and we put it here. The weird thing is, as we unravel it, it's going to end up over there. As a matter of fact, if I can get up for a second and find a rubber band, I'll be right back. All right. As a visual, if this is our circle, starts at one point, goes all the way back around until it meets. If I cut it, and the measure on the outside, again, is the actual length of this rubber band. If I just stretch it out, it's now a straight line. I can measure this with a ruler, and it'll tell me the same thing as trying to measure the circle. So circumference is actually distance. And that's what we're looking for. We're not looking to create a circle. We're not looking to go through a circle. We need to know the distance of the circle. So C is our answer. Make sure you take some notes. Write down any questions you have. Try the problems in 7.4.2. Come in tomorrow, work on them then, work on some tonight if you can. If you have any questions, again, make sure to write them down. Come talk to me. Other than that, guys, it's always more important about the understanding and the process, and the answer doesn't really matter. Thank you.